first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play. But no more than that. On second down, here's Taylor. Looking sideline, incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. From left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Taylor will throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. This drive moving. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Able to shake him off. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Slow. Z.
Taylor now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin.
4 down.
Now Taylor on first down. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
3 down.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be caught from touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, that's Allen losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, Taylor dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double tight, double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Back to the ground. This time it's Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Operating from the gun, Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Detroit! Motion. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone!
Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now Jackson on first down, rolling to his right, and it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Steps away to his left. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Here's Jackson to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. Cuts loose. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Hyde. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Taylor. They find some open field here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Snead's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Jackson now escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And able to find John Brown. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. That is incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Slow. 3 down.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
They run it again with Hyde. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll sneak it with Taylor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Gun! Let's go, D, let's go!
Jackson on first down. eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the first round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Gone!
On third down, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the counter, this is Hyde. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Z. 48.
3rd down. Carlos Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To throw is Jackson. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now we have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.